Fancy, are you ready to see your buddies? It's been a minute since you've seen Fiona and Felicia. Well, what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I'm getting a bright and early start on the day. I promise we will be back over at the pond in a little while. I've got a few things I got to get taken care of before I can go work on the pond. The pond videos have just been phenomenal, like view-wise. People seem to really like pond content, even though it's just a mud hole. But I've got some plans for the day, some things I want to get taken care of over there. But before we do that, DJ wants to move some donkeys around. Guys, Brandon has been in with Phoebe, Fallon, Farah, and Fiona. I get Fiona and Felicia mixed up all the time. Anyways, he's been in with these girls for a long time. He's going to be going back to Marie at Random Okie Farms. We were planning on taking him back today, but she's still out of town, so it's probably going to be a week or so before we can get him back to her. But we'll separate him out. But she's wanting to load up a few donkeys and take them over to the merch place. So, we've got 2 alpacas over there and 1 donkey. And a lot of you guys have been honest about why in the world we have Felicia over there by herself. I'm sorry, Fancy. Too many F words. We have Felicia, Fiona, Fancy, Phoebe, Fallon, Farah. Lots of F words. Anyways, Fancy is over at the merch building. She's the only donkey there. She's with 2 alpacas, and a lot of folks have wondered why we leave 1 donkey over there. And it's really, honestly, not uncommon for folks to leave 1 donkey in a pasture with other animals because they're a guardian animal, historically, especially the bigger donkeys. Charlie, what are you doing? Just looking for something to peck? Anyways, we're going to take a couple extra over there because the grass over there is, those 3 animals are not keeping up with it. There's a little over 2 acres of pasture there that's really, really good grass. And matter of fact, I actually just took the tractor, the TYM, and that Rhino mower over there a few days ago and had to mow it all because it was so tall, we couldn't really see the alpacas. So I was moving the tractor out of the way. I'd gone over and done some mowing over there, and then mowed a little bit of roads and things here and on my neighbor's place and stuff. And so I've been using this Rhino TS10 mower a lot over the last couple weeks. So I'm not doing a very good job of keeping everything blown off of it. And looky there, it doubles as a laying box for our chickens, I guess. I came out this morning to move the tractor and was like, a couple chickens laid some eggs on it the last couple of days, so probably gonna take those in the house and have them for breakfast. Kelsey, what do you think? Good chat. Okay, so anyways, that's the game plan. This morning I'm gonna help DJ separate and move donkeys around, take some over to the merch place. I have no idea who she's planning on taking over there and how many. I don't know. We'll figure all that stuff out, and then later this afternoon I'm gonna get over to the pond and do some work over there. Actually, the other day I told you guys I was going to dig those holes so that water would pool up and it'll just evaporate. And then it dawned on me, why let it evaporate when I can actually get rid of it? I have what I need to remove that water, and then it'll dry up even faster. I don't know. We'll get there eventually, though. Came in the house because I figured my wife would be ready to go. Move some donkeys, but she's cooking me breakfast.
I am ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too, but so we've been, what's this, day 3 of carnivore? Mm-hmm. I like it. Bacon and eggs? Shoot, that's not a diet. That's a dream.
Until about 2 o'clock.
It's not too bad. Now, for real though, we are day 3 carnivore diet. We're not doing it for weight loss necessarily. We've talked to a lot of people and read a lot of stuff, and the other benefits of you feel better and brain clarity, less brain fog. I didn't know my brain was foggy, but apparently maybe my brain's foggy. But
I think your brain's foggy sometimes.
That was totally uncalled for. I didn't ask. Anyways, we're going to try it. I don't know. We first said 2 weeks. I don't know if 2 weeks is long enough to really see all the benefits. I'm hoping for a month. A month of carnivore. Meat, eggs, some dairy. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a whole food diet, you know, that includes fresh vegetables and stuff. I could see cutting out fruit for the sugars and stuff, but I think we'll try the carnivore for a while and then probably phase into like a whole food. So meat, vegetables, dairy.
Yeah, I don't like the no vegetables because I love vegetables.
Well, it's difficult.
It's
hard.
is.
So like last night we went out to eat with Jack Robertson and his wife, the owners of Big Pig Trap Company, the pig traps we use. They were in Oklahoma for some business meetings for a couple of days, and we went out to dinner with them at a pretty nice restaurant at the hotel they're staying at. And you know, there's things you can order on the menu. Like I had a really good pork chop, and DJ had a 10-ounce sirloin, and which was carnivore. And then we had like a shrimp appetizer that was, I don't even know what you'd call that.
It said shrimp cargo, but it was just shrimp with butter and cheese.
Yeah. Anyways, they were really good, but like our pork chop would have came with, you know, asparagus or carrots or, you know, a couple of vegetables, a salad. So it's kind of weird going to a restaurant and saying, I want the pork chop.
No sides.
And just the pork chop, no sides. And they kind of look at you as if you're weird. But, I mean, I don't mind the vegetables, but we're going to try a hardcore carnivore for a little while. So far, I'm enjoying it. DJ's enjoying it until about that 2-3 o'clock afternoon crash.
Yeah.
And then she gets cranky and hangry. And we've got this group going. So it's us and our friend Tracy and Dusty and Marissa from Cross Timbers Bison, DJ's brother and our sister-in-law. And apparently, DJ's not the only one that's getting tired and cranky in the afternoons.
Yep.
It hasn't hit me yet, but we'll see. We're just 3 days in. I don't mind it yet. It's not too bad.
We're different.
Poor old Brandon. Gonna have to hang out without any girlfriends for a little while, buddy. All right. Have you figured out who's going, who's staying, everything you're wanting to do for?
Out of this group, it's just Felicia.
Well, so how many donkeys are you taking over there? 3?
3.
Okay. We got to get the ones from the back up here and do some more organizing and separating and figuring out. And your friend's watching you.
Yeah, that's what I like being over here. He got me the other day. I was down here with Brooks, and he got my finger.
I bet you said some mean things to Charlie.
I didn't because she was with me. I didn't want to scare her, but I didn't like it at all.
All right, well, let's go in there with Charlie so we can go open the back gate and let your other donkeys in.
Okay, wait.
Ooh, Charlie. Come on, goats. Come on, donkeys. It'd be kind of nice if I could get the donkeys here first. Oh, here comes Baker, but they're not going to outrun the goats. I mean, I'm going to turn them all together eventually anyways, but I was kind of thinking maybe I could get the donkeys in here and not the goats just yet. You run interference, okay?
Alto.
Baker, Bree, sorry, whatever. You went to the wrong side of the gate. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Baker, Bree, everybody, we're not smart enough. Copper, don't touch me, please, sir. Charlie, get out of the way. You're messing everybody up.
You make me nervous. I don't like it.
So if you can help it, I will say, don't touch a single goat. No goat. Don't touch any goat. You will smell like copper for the rest of the day if you do. All right, well, we got one donkey so far.
Oh, come here.
Charlie, calm down, okay? I need to get the donkeys separated. I know there are new faces in your pasture that weren't here 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I know. Calm down. You know them. You're friends. It's okay. All right, this is going to be interesting. Hard part's going to be, now we got to get the other donkeys in where we need them.
Oh, this dang bird. Ah!
I'll move Charlie. Come on, Charlie. You back. If Charlie goes through after me, it's fine. Here, I'll lead the charge.
Okay.
You shake the bucket. Excuse me. Pardon me, Phoebe. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Over here. Come on,
Here.
Here.
Hey, girls. Come on, girls. Baker. Pay attention.
Baker, go this
Fallon.
Here.
Come on.
I don't have any trees.
Move.
There's a guy up the tree.
Farrah, here.
Oh, jeez.
Here. Hey, I hear crunching. Oh, Farrah about got my finger.
Oh, shoot.
Here you go.
Nope.
Here you go. All right, just like that. We're good to go, right?
Yeah.
DJ's taking 3 donkeys over to the merch place. If you want to see the full details on who, what, and why. Well, there's who, but the what and the why and what's going on in this situation, you'll have to watch her video. Do your best. Do your best.
Do your best.
Fancy, are you ready to see your buddies? It's been a minute since you've seen Fiona and Felicia.
I don't have a treat. I'll give you one in a minute.
I was gonna say, maybe you should.
Oh, well,
You know,
stay right
like
there.
a tube of wormer.
Do you have it?
Yep, I brought some for her.
Oh. Nancy said, what are you doing at my house?
Y'all gonna go explore the new pasture? You got a ton of grass to eat over here. Oh, Reba and Lucy got to keep up too. All right, you girls do your thing. Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. But in other news, this pear tree is absolutely loaded. They're not very big pears, but they're just starting to get ripe, just starting to fall off the tree, and it's an additional food source for them for sure. Looks like somebody's been over here nibbling on them, eating a few pears. So, I don't know. Well, made it back home, and the honeydew chores are done for now. And I guess we can get back to some regularly scheduled pond digging programming. I got to gather up a few supplies, get a few things I need loaded up, and head over to the pond. Okay, we're all back in our happy place now, right? So over the last several episodes of the pond clean out process, you guys have seen I've been using the Kato mini excavator to dig as much of the muck out of this ditch and along even some of the flat areas, but mainly the ditch lately. And what that's led to is these pools of water, which is just moisture from underground pooling up. And I said in the last video, I was just going to let that evaporate. But there's no telling how much water is underground. And some of this ditch area I've dug 6-7 feet down. So we're going to expedite the process just a little bit. So to do that, I've brought in a 2-inch trash pump. So I've got 30 feet of intake hose that I can drop off down in that ditch, and 100 feet of outflow pipe that I can run down into the main, deeper area of the pond. Then I think the next goal is to quit working over there and start cleaning up this side, because this muck is still a little moist over here underneath. I mean, the Can-Am, the side-by-side, is starting to sink a little bit just right there. But I want to get the skid steer in and clean a lot of this up so that I can then switch gears back to the excavator and really start opening the ditch up. So today I'm going to pump the water out of these holes. I've got 3 or 4 Actually, there may be 5 holes of water, and I may do a little more digging and just try to fill the holes back up while I have the pump here going. But I want to start working this ditch out so that it will continue to drain. From basically here down to the main part of the pond, it will drain, and it does. You can see that's water actually that has seeped up through the mud and it's working its way down into the, you know, the main bowl of the pond. So, number one goal for today, pump the water out of these holes, maybe dig them a little deeper, let them fill back up, pump them out again. That's the plan. We'll see if it works. All right, outflow pipe is ran to a much lower elevation. Inflow pipe's good to go. Sitting in the water, we're gonna fire it up. And just like the old saying goes, I guess, it's time to drain the swamp. What do they say? When you drain the swamp, you see who's swimming without shorts. Something like that, I don't know the phrase. When you drain the pool, you see who's skinny dipping. Well, let's find some mud. All right, there's one hole drained. It's probably not going to take long for that to refill. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this pump out, go drain that small hole real quick. And then what I think I'm going to do is I've got some mounds of goo over there that I want to spread out. They're just not drying, and I can't get the excavator in to do more digging on that side. And that bank, I can reach a long ways, so I may, I don't know. I may get the skid steer, try to move a couple piles so that I can do some more digging and get more water flowing in, but let's get that one pumped out first. So you remember the other day when I told you it was like 75 degrees, overcast skies, it felt amazing? Well, today's not that day. It's summertime again. Not 105 summertime, but the high today is only 89 degrees, but the humidity has got to be just sky high because it feels like a sauna out here. But so yesterday I was going to come over to the pond and do some digging and cleaning, and Houston had got home from school and he said, I want to go. So we come over here and I said, I'm going to start scooping some mud and cleaning out. And he was like, well, that's why I'm here. So Houston's never ran heavy machinery at all, really. But he's been wanting to learn how to operate that excavator. So I figured yesterday was as good a time as any to learn. And this material that we're moving is real easy to scoop. You know, it's not technical digging. There's not a whole lot to worry about, really. So I got him on here and started teaching him I'm telling you what, kids are fast learners. I will say that. This dude picked it up fast. Check this out. Getting into the bank. You're getting into your bank. Stay out farther. You're getting into the bank. That's all right.
Probably going in slow motion compared to you.
It's okay. I want you to. Well, what do you think? Are you figuring it out?
I think so.
It's so easy, even a caveman could do it, right? You probably don't remember those TV commercials.
I don't know about that. I probably got too low on that one.
high and you just go, it's gonna cover this. All right, I got him a fresh spot where I can actually see what he's doing, and he's not digging in the water, just straight water goop. Now this stuff is still really, really soft, and I think it's yeah, it is like Jello. I think this is a really good type of material, type of place to kind of learn the controls and how to work the machine. He's not trying to dig in hard ground. You know, we're on our own property. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of folks that wouldn't show their 12-year-old son running an excavator, but he wants to learn. He needs to learn. Farm kids are just built a little different sometimes, so he's getting better at it. Still got a few little kinks to work out, but he's getting a little smoother. And like I said, this nasty goop material, it's a good place for him to play and learn, I guess. I mean, when I'm over here, I'm not playing. There's no play at all. It's 100% serious work. And nope, don't listen to what my wife says. It's all hard work. Okay, well, maybe not hard, but it's work. I'm trying to get him to learn not to stick the bucket so far down in the mud. I've told him that the mud on the top is just as good as the mud on the bottom, but he likes to bury it down in there. That's okay. He's learning. Now, I know some people are not going to be a big fan of that. Oh, it's muddy out here and you'll stumble and fall down easy. Anyways, I know some people aren't going to be a big fan of teaching a kid to run heavy equipment, but I think there's a time and a place to learn in a safe environment. And obviously out here in this, there's not a whole lot he can tear up, mess up, or break. He's just scooping mud. I wasn't letting him drive. He was literally just scooping, dumping, scooping, dumping. And I'm telling you, it only took him 5 or 10 minutes to get the hang of the controls. And with me over his shoulder, you can see his confidence build. And that's what's cool about getting to teach a kid something like that. It doesn't have to be operating a big excavator. I mean, it can be anything. It's when you get to teach a kid something for the first time, something that they're interested in and want to learn, you can just see the wheels turning and the light bulbs lighting up. And it may be a really good skill that benefits him down the road. You never know. I think that's good enough for now. We're going to start just sucking up sludge and not necessarily water. So we'll call that good. I'm going to see if I can go make some space over there and do a little more digging. So I think I'm fixing to stop what I'm doing for a little while. This machine's getting low on diesel. I think I may run it back to the house, fill it up. I have no idea why that quit recording. Anyways, so I think I'm gonna run this machine back to the house for a little bit. It's getting low on diesel, and it could use a bath, but mainly I want to wash where the bucket is. All those grease zerks and stuff are all clogged up, and I'm having a hard time greasing it right now. So take it back to the house, get it filled up with diesel, put some fresh grease in it. Well, I'm by no means finished with what I want to do today, but I went ahead and tied these two mud holes into one so that any water that drains out of here, which you can see it's draining right now, it's flowing. So it'll actually flow downhill and into one puddle, so I can move that pump less. So like I said, I'm gonna run back to the house, put some diesel in the excavator, clean off the boom, the bucket, and all that stuff as best I can, and grease it up really good. I know that mud cannot be good for all those bushings and fittings and all that stuff, you know, where grease is supposed to be. And I'm hoping my wife has lunch cooked. It's probably gonna be something like taco meat with cheese, and that's it. Maybe a couple pork chops, a steak, who knows. Probably gonna be eggs and bacon again? Maybe not. Come on off of there. There it goes. One thing my dad taught me when I was a kid was the better you take care of your equipment, the better it's going to take care of you. And I'm not going to say I'm the world's best at maintenance, and I'm dang sure not a diesel mechanic, but a little bit of grease goes a long ways. Oh, and a clean windshield, that's important too. Best thing ever. I love having this in my truck. Can you imagine having to fill this excavator and the skid steer with 5-gallon diesel cans? There ain't no way. Now I do have an auxiliary diesel tank, but it's like 50 gallons, and that wouldn't fill both of my machines up the first time. So love it. Tighten tank, fill right pump, works great. Well, I'm curious to see if our swamp has filled back up with water yet. I don't know. I mean, we drained a ton of water out this morning, and I think got a pretty good headway on it, but it will continue to seep in, I have no doubt. Yeah, it's starting to fill back up. I was thinking about taking the pump and moving it and going and hitting a spot up there, but I'm kind of thinking now I may just move the buggy, get the excavator, and bring it on in up here and dig some more on this side where I can reach, and probably get some more water there. But I have not brought the skid steer in on this side. That's a soon to do project, hopefully, but I may start scooping a little bit of this mud, piling it up over here, and then we can move it out of here later. So now you can see why all of this stuff that looks like it's nice and solid, I mucked out over there first with the skid steer. I can get in here. I can always reach out there with the boom and pull myself forward. But there's anywhere from 6 to probably 10 or 12 inches of just what looks like good hard ground. But as soon as you bust through it, it just turns horrible. Now, I mean, I can get out, like I said, I can always reach out with the boom and pull myself. And it's not going to go any deeper, I don't feel like. So, I mean, it's worth getting all of this out so that you don't run into that mess. Can't even put the hose back on now. What the heck? Done this 100 times. Well, I think sometimes you just have to know when to call it quits. And it's time to call it quits. I'm getting completely covered in mud. I don't know why. I've lost suction on my hose. I drained it out, cleaned off the screen on the bottom. The pump is primed and I can see water making it up to it, but I think really sludge is just too thick. So when I throw my hose down in there, it just sinks in the goop nastiness. So, quit while we're ahead? Not really. Things were going good this morning though. I think I'll just leave that alone for today, and next project is going to be skid steer in here and scoop all of this side out like I talked about this morning and didn't do. So I think my best course of action for today, call it quits. Got other stuff I have to do this evening. I'm gonna go home, cool off a little bit, clean up, feed all the animals, check on baby Baker since she's having her first day alone without her mom. But still, great day, got a lot done. This pond project is much bigger, much bigger than what I anticipated. I think it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of time, at least until we get the right guys here with the right equipment. And maybe by the time we do, I'll have done a lot of the cleanup and saved myself some money, because I know this is going to be a very, very expensive project. So anyways, remember guys, oh, there went my water bottle. Do something today to make somebody smile, because you never know, it just might change the world. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.